Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader. And today's video, if you can't see by the title, we're gonna have a little discussion. And you can see the title of this video is Reading Political. So we're gonna have a wee chat about all of that, because, hold on, let me get my notes. Because I've got my notebook here. With some notes on it that I wrote last night. Okay. But before we get started, let's all have a drink. I've got a glass of Coke here. My water bottle's over there, so take a wee sip of something and let's sit and have a wee conversation like the adults that we are. So, yes. A big topic as of late within the bookish sphere. Mainly, I haven't really seen too many people on BookTube talking about it, but if you're over on TikTok, you probably would have seen it over some book talkers talking about it over there. I don't follow a whole ton of book talkers, I'll be completely real with you. I follow maybe a handful because I don't really do bookish content over on TikTok, but from what I've seen, a lot of people are talking about books and how, like, books shouldn't be political. Like, reading is meant to be for fun. They shouldn't even, they should not interact. They shouldn't even be in the same room. And I on the one hand, okay, first of all, I do understand that all of us who read and who enjoy books, obviously myself included, we read for escapism. We read for fun. We read to relax. Because, the world is crazy and scary and overwhelming, and, coming home, getting back into your safe little bubble and opening up a book and just, sitting and escaping into a fantasy world to, not think about the real one for a while, especially in these past week or so. I completely understand, because I do that too. Like, whether it's, for me, whether it's reading a book or I'll sit and watch some episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine or something, escapism, it's why we're all here, I'm the poster child for escapism, okay? I completely understand that, but we can't, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I don't want to take that comfort away from you. But you need to understand that you cannot have that mentality of how books and reading in and of itself is not a political thing to do. Okay, so let's chat. Books and literature, and really just any sort of art medium in general, have been the target of many political powers over the years. Okay, let's be real with ourselves. And once upon a time, the topic, books and reading has always been a topic of political conversation. And once upon a time, us as women, okay, once upon a time, way back when, a lot of insane asylums would be nearly filled with all women for simply the crime of reading too much. Like, women would be sent to insane asylums for, reading too much, because they didn't want women to have too many ideas about the real world and the way it worked and everything. And for women, a lot of times, like, for us reading, they would look at you weird. Like, give a like for this video if anybody's ever looked at you weird, if you're a woman and you like to read. Just, that might be a different topic for a different video, but just have that in your head for a wee while. Like, reading too much, having too many ideas. We don't want everybody to know the way the world works. We don't want them to have different ideas about, different things, And, like, because it was seen as a controversial thing. Books were seen as controversial. So let's talk about some controversial books that have been around for a while. So, To Kill a Mockingbird, Animal Farm, The Handmaid's Tale, 1984, like, all classics that we may or may not have read when we were in school, and you never thought about it. But, To Kill a Mockingbird, about racism and prejudice in a small southern town, Animal Farm, you know, by these animals, you know, that have the same sentience as humans rising up against their oppressor. The Handmaid's Tale, basically, that is, you know, basically about women's rights, essentially, their bodily rights. 1984, dystopian, Big Brother is watching you. You know, and more modern ones would be, you know, The Hunger Games, The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, This Book is Gay by Juno Dawson. What will be some other ones? I saw Heartstopper a while ago, that it's been banned in some libraries. If you recall, I think I did a video where I talked about how UK libraries are banning queer books. I think I did a video on that a while ago. And like, even the Bible is a banned book in some countries. Like, even owning a Bible would be seen as an evil political, like, thing to have, if I'm making any sort of sense. I'm trying to find the right words. Like, I do have notes written down, but I wrote them very haphazardly last night. But anyway, my point is, all of these books explore different themes. Like, they're all very, very different. They're all written by different people. They're all written differently, but they all have one thing in common. They're all seen as controversial. They're all on a banned book list. Like, reading them and talking about them is seen as a political thing to do. And to ignore that would be really, really ignorant. Like, I know we all love to read for fun. Like I said, we all love to read to relax. But you need to understand that, like, reading in of itself is, you know, you know, like, the books themselves, the authors themselves, like, a lot of authors have spoken up about political things over the years, you know, especially a lot of older authors that have been around for a while. You know, Margaret Atwood, George Orwell, you know, and Angie Thomas and Juno Dawson, you know, like, all the authors that you know and love have, you know, been the target of, you know, have been a political target once or twice, more than once, in fact. And to quote George Orwell, legendary author of 1984, and is he the author of Animal Farm? I don't think he is. I'm completely wrong. This is a quote from his non-fiction work called Why I Write. And the quote is, quote, "No book is genuinely free from political bias. The opinion that art should have nothing to do with politics is in itself a political attitude." And with that, we'll let George have the last word. So I hope I made sense throughout this whole video. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in there. I just wanted to let you all know that, like, you know, reading is a fun hobby. That's the whole reason why I started this channel. But don't forget, the 2 things go hand in hand. And, you know, not being aware of that we need to be more aware, you know, and trying to ignore that, not a good idea, my love. Not a good idea. Anyway, there's probably other people on this platform that articulate that better than I ever could, but I hope I made sense. But anyway, leave a like on this video if you enjoyed. Leave a comment if you want. All of my socials are down below as always. My Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok. Over on my TikTok, I have some very important videos concerning Palestine and the Congo, so please go and interact with them as much as you can. I'm also still selling some K-pop albums, so if you're interested in any of those, go on over there and have a wee look around. You don't have to follow me, but just interact with those videos as much as you can. Subscribe if you haven't already, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.